Coach Phillips joins us for our third segment here at the Bull and Bear on the campus of Youngstown State University. And Coach, before we jump into Southern Illinois, you have a young man like Preston Zandier waited his turn,
yes,
played some special teams, kind of went through the process, and now he's a stud for you.
Yeah, he is, and great in the locker room, great with our young guys, great leader for us. And like I said, sometimes people just want it right now, but that's a position you got to learn. And, he was a safety wide receiver in high school that we turned into a linebacker, so it took a while, but he's played every year on the special teams, and then last year got the opportunity to play linebacker.
And to wear the green dot and be that communicator for the defense, that's an added responsibility.
It is, and like he told you, it's a great responsibility to have because he's talking directly to the defensive coordinator.
Well, let's touch a little bit about Southern Illinois. You mentioned earlier in the show another multifaceted quarterback comes to Sandbox Stadium.
Yes. I mean, his stats are unreal. DJ Williams, great football player. We didn't see him last year. He got hurt early in the year at Southern Ill. But you look at his stats, he can run, he's explosive, he's got arm strength, he's a good leader, tops in the FCS. And, so we see that every week.
I was going to say, your defense gets some practice going against a very elusive guy.
Yeah, and I would think Southern Ill gets the same thing from going against DJ Williams. You go in the spring against them, you go in camp, and even during the season, we do a lot of ones-on-ones on Tuesday, Wednesday practice. So again, they probably are used to going against that dual threat quarterback, and we should too, but there's different things they may attack us with, and we got to be ready for that.
Well, they're 6-3, they're 3-2 in the conference. They average 35 points. We'll show that to you here in a second. Again, DJ Williams throws for 231 a game. YSU leads this series 20-15-1. A mirror image of basically your team, but different uniforms.
I mean, this has been, you look at the scores the last 3 years, 4 years, it's always a great football game. I think we're almost very similar offensively. They got one of the best running back rooms we'll see all year. A lot of great running backs. They got skilled wide receivers, and they spread you out. Kind of similar to our offense. I would say we probably kind of look the same. And then defensively, they got big guys up front and they got athletes on the perimeter. So again, and then they got a 6'6" kicker punter. I mean, not only we talk about Andrew Listowka, except he's fast, but he's 6'6". I seen him do a fake on a field goal and nobody caught him.
Coach, I'm not certainly a coach, but it would seem that this team mirrors your team so far the best.
Yes, in our league I would say that, and I'd say that almost every year.
Well, let's take a look around the rest of the Missouri Valley Conference because we're getting into that nitty-gritty, and coach, as we do that, playoffs start now. I mean, your situation, 8's the magic number. If you win 3, you're at 8.
That's the reality. We don't look at the 8, we look at going 1-0 this week. The reality is, we put ourselves here. We put ourselves at 2 and 3 in the league, and understand that, we got to get on the win column. And, and it starts in practice, starts with the preparation. And if you do things right Monday through Friday, that gives you an opportunity every Saturday.
And it's November, so these games now, I mean, I know it's 1-0, but from a fan standpoint, they become more critical.
Yeah, we talk about the sense of urgency. And I told our young men even today, sense of urgency, it's a controlled intensity. And you get to November, and it's great. Pressure is a privilege. And to have the opportunity in November, to have that pressure of playing November football, fighting to get into the playoffs.
And the nice thing is, 2 of the next 3 are at home.
Yes, love being back in the Ice Castle. We've been road warriors, but there's nothing like playing in the Ice Castle, and we got to do a great job defending it. And our crowd, to get their support, helps us.
Well, the Penguins are home for the next 2 weeks, but as Coach says, it's 1 week at a time. Southern Illinois kickoff at 2 o'clock at Stambaugh Stadium. When we come back, we'll visit with one of the guys behind the scenes for the football program when Penguin Gameday continues.